Today is bathroom demolition day. Now, some of you may rightfully be wondering why we're demolishing the bathroom. And to answer that question, I actually have to come in here, which is the kitchen. So this part of the house, which is the kitchen, and then on the other side of this wall here, we have the blue entryway and the bathroom. This part of the house is actually more modern than the original part. So the original part of my house is through that doorway there. That's the hallway. Everything through that door, original house. Everything else here is a later addition. Now, it is still quite old, but it is nonetheless slightly younger than the rest of the house. There are several reasons, several clues that we can use to tell us that, and maybe we can get into that later. But suffice to say that when that part of the house was built, modern plumbing was not really a thing. So with the advent of modern plumbing becoming accessible to everybody, then this part of the house was built on the add-on, and that's why we've got the kitchen is here, the toilet and the shower, the bathrooms are all in this part of the house because this is where all the plumbing was. They basically put this part of the house on so they could have plumbing. Now, unfortunately, this part is also the part that needs the most work. There are so many problems here. There's so many things that have to be addressed, and we can get into that as we start demolishing everything here. But needless to say, it needs a lot of work. It's going to be almost a complete gut job, unfortunately. And I know a lot of you are probably thinking, but Shannon, you said you weren't going to gut the place. You were going to keep the original charm, and that is the goal. However, there's not a whole lot of original charm left in here. There are a few things left. We have, well, it's not even original to the house, but we do have this lovely porcelain cast iron sink that will be hopefully staying. It's could use a little TLC, but I would love to keep it. But if you look around here, there's nothing else here that is original. It's drywall. We've got these goofy soffits. All of the wood trim, if you look back there, it's all this cheap, thin, modern wood trim. We have one door that has its original trim, so, you know, we'll be trying to keep that. But other than that, it's just, there's not a whole lot of original charm left in here. So there's not a whole lot to be lost, and there are some really big problems that need to be solved. So we're taking it down to the studs, fixing a lot of problems, and then hopefully improving it and trying to bring some old world charm back into it as we rebuild, and hopefully having the help of some lovely friends of the channel to help us rebuild it and bring some of that charm back. Very excited for that. But needless to say, this is going to be a massive task, and we're going to need somewhere to shower, somewhere to pee while we're doing that, and our only working bathroom in the house is right on the other side of this wall. So we need to move that upstairs. We're going to put it straight above us right here. That is currently also a bathroom, but nothing in there is working. It has the weird jacuzzi whirl tub and a bidet and a toilet, but they aren't working. The plumbing is not good. Remember that the whole reason I was able to buy the house is that the plumbing froze. Everything exploded. It's pretty safe to assume that nothing up there is good. It all needs to be replaced. So in order to start on that process, we need to tear down and empty out the bathroom up there, demolish it, bring it down to the studs, and then we can take the toilet, the sink, and the shower enclosure from down here and move it upstairs. So that was a lot of talking. Thank you for being with me. Now let's start knocking down walls.
A little bit clogged, maybe.
That's disgusting.
A little bit of love here. the brakes here. Because that 2x4 here stops. That little pointy wall 2x4.
What, this one?
This bottom one here stops. So there's like stacked brick under to support that corner. Don't know how to undo this because it doesn't pass. Both corners here exploded. Poop! Poop!
The first plumber I had in here before we bought the house said he had never seen a radiator explode with such force.
Okay, so I have to go get dinner started. Unfortunately, somebody's got to do it. So I have left Phil alone up there with a camera and a tool bag, and yeah, let's go see what it is that he's getting up to while I'm cooking dinner.
So for the past few minutes I've been removing all the hardwares and connection from the old bidet, and I'm gonna pull it out and see what's under. So it looks like it's normal water P-trap. It's not treated as sewage like a toilet is. And I can see water in there, so there's a P-trap under there that prevents the gas from coming back up. So now I'm going to remove all the underlayment to see where the studs are, so I can remove a piece of paneling. So there's a little bit of rot damage here. You can see that this piece of plywood is just gone. And it's been like this for a long time. That's old wood. And this was the piece here. Apart from the freeze and the toilet exploded, this would have been in good shape. And because the P-trap is in the toilet, I'm assuming, I would dump water in it, but I'm assuming that this pipe doesn't have a P-trap anymore. It just goes down to the sewer, and it's quite a big diameter. So we should be good to just, tear up the floor here and set up a new toilet after we have run the PEX up here. I'm gonna take a bit of that plywood out so we can run the PEX from the kitchen downstairs and connect the water for the toilet and for the shower that we're gonna bring from downstairs. Honestly, this whole flange looks properly installed. Yeah, it might just be good to get rid of that old wax ring and set a new toilet on here. Yeah, I think this might be a problem here. Is that just... okay, it's a boost. Oh yeah, okay. That looks manageable.
Now it is another gorgeous day outside, full of fresh, powdery snow, the absolute best kind for rolling in, and everybody loves a good snow-filled frolic, so please excuse me while I make you sit through another outdoor romp session with the Corgi. Alright, so now that everybody is happy and well exercised, I think it's time for Phil and I to warm up with a little coffee, maybe have some cookies, while Canal can unwind and help protect her joints, in part with her Kong, brought to you by today's sponsor, which is Finn. Now, I've talked before about their products because I started using their Pumpkin Plus to help support Canal's bowel movements, let's just say, but I've also been a big fan of their beef broth because it uses actual beef broth as the main ingredient, which means it is loaded with collagen, which is super, super good for joint health, both in humans but also in dogs. And that's actually one of the main reasons that I love Finn's products and I trust giving them to my dog, who you know I love with all my heart. And that is because they are crafted with certified vets and pet nutritionists. They use all natural ingredients. So if you grab a tin and you look at the ingredients on the back, you'll recognize all of them. They're easy to pronounce. You would probably put them in your own body as well. Things like bone broth and sweet potato powder. So I have been absolutely loving the products, and if you would like to give them a try as well, you can click the link in the description, or you can scan the QR code, which should be on screen right here. That'll give you 15% off your first order with Finn if you use my code. Should also be on screen right here, so go give them a try. They're also certified plastic negative, which we absolutely love. So thank you so much to Finn for sponsoring this portion of the video and for helping keep my little doggie's joints happy and healthy, and too many more years of cute Corgi in the Snow footage. So we're continuing on with the demolition of the bathroom, and this is the same corner that used to house the bidet and the toilet. You can see we tore up a bit of the floor, and now Phil is just going in and getting rid of the jets from the bidet because we will not be needing those anytime soon. So you can see the dryer here, and if you watched the previous episodes back last summer, you'll know that originally the washer lived up here too. Does it fit? It's gotta. And that we moved it downstairs because that was the quickest way to get it working. It was the quickest access to running water we had when we first moved into the house. But eventually we do want to take it back upstairs. So while we are removing the old and potentially exploded pipes, we're going to run some new water lines at the same time. We wanted the new water lines to follow the same path as the old ones, but because we didn't want to tear up the entire floor just yet in order to get them there, we decided to go fishing.
String for me.
That's what I'm gonna do. Give me a sec. Okay.
Oh, it's blocked.
Is there a joint?
Yeah, it might be a tiny curvy thingy.
Well, can we do the opposite? Can we pull it our way?
We can try.
I'm gonna push it down.
Push it inside because there's a nail. There seems to be a nail about here on that joist, and it wants to turn around. If you just kind of push, encourage it here, it might not bind as much.
In the end, as predicted, it proved too stubborn, and we had to pull it out the other direction, like I originally suggested.
Pull it, keep bending. Yeah.
Woohoo! Alright, there we go. Okay, that's a lot of copper.
So if you remember, on day one we had the lovely surprise of having water dripping all the way down the kitchen floor.
Well, it's day one and it is already hitting the fan because we have a lovely leak.
And we found the source. The washer line here, we're gonna go see under the floor, just popped out because of the frost. So every time we would open the sink in the bathroom downstairs, it would backflow in the old piping and just spray completely out in the ceiling. So this little fella was spitting the water in the kitchen on day one. And that's the other end of the leaker. What's my objective?
It's in a perfect
95.
95. Yes, okay, a little bit more. Okay, perfect. Can you break? Yeah, no, stop. Okay, now I'm gonna try and get it. Got it.
Nice.
Okay. Woohoo!
Push the rope.
I mean, there's nothing to push, there's slack, it's rope.
Wiggle, pull back. Okay, yeah, got it.
Okay. Knock on wood, fairly painless. A little bit of an angle, but good enough. She says, and then tap some more. Cool. That worked well.
Okay, it is starting to get late. We still have a ton of work to do. So I think what we need is a fun, snappy construction montage. Now we need water over here, and we gotta run the lines from over there.
This is what's under the layer that's under the stairs. Like you can see some of it peeking out at some point. Huh. Sit. Yeah. Oh, that was not recording, was it? Well.
Reckon? Wow.